Good. Yeah. Good evening and welcome to the Arc Arena here on the campus of Baruch College. It's 25th and Lexington in the heart of Manhattan. Alongside Joe Stolzer, I'm David Justin. Tonight we have a doubleheader of CUNYAC basketball between John Jay and your Baruch College Bearcats. Joe, Baruch coming in, riding a winning streak, 3 in a row. How can they keep that going tonight against John Jay?
Well, first of all, happy Wednesday, David. Happy Wednesday, Baruch Nation. David, as we're going to say, one game at a time, every conference game is like 2 wins, not 1. Mia Castillo is one of the top players in Division III in the country, and she is the beginning and the end of the Baruch Lady Bearcats story, with help from Alyssa Leung and Angela Baccarello inserted in the starting lineup. So we're looking for a really error-free attack, home court advantage here at the vertical campus, and David, clock management by the Lady Bearcats, really taking advantage of the clock in games that, you know, are kind of not blowouts, if you will.
And Joe, you could argue that Baruch have already played 3 of their hardest opponents that they're going to face all season long in conference play. When you're talking about Brooklyn College, you're talking about City College, and then tonight against John Jay, who's always a formidable matchup for the Bearcats.
Well, it's another city school rivalry. Here's the thing. Coach K's defense has really been a big thing this year, putting the pressure full court, double teaming, getting steals. Nobody better than Batman and Robin, Mia Castillo and Alyssa Leung, in terms of defending, not only offensively.
And about 30 seconds till tip-off here, Joe, but what do they need to do early to get it going here at the Arc Arena tonight, the Bearcats?
Force turnovers on the Lady Bloodhounds and get off to a good lead with good shot selection. And let Mia get off quickly.
Yeah, definitely get her in rhythm, something she didn't do too much last time out here at the Arc Arena against Brooklyn College a week ago. Had a strong game overall.
It's the recipe for success for the Lady Bearcats.
So we are moments away from action here at the Arc Arena between the John Jay Bloodhounds and your Baruch College Bearcats. Let's send it over to our PA announcer, Marty Collins, for National Anthem and your starting lineup.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our CUNYAC basketball doubleheader here in the Arc Arena. Our first game tonight, contest between the Bloodhounds of John Jay College and your Baruch College Bearcats. At this time, we ask everyone to please stand. Join our student athletes, coaches, and officials as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First is the Bloodhounds. At guard, a 5'1" junior from Huntington Station, number 3, Alan Edwards. At guard, a 5'4" graduate student from Holland, number 11, Cheyenne Kelly. At guard, a 5'9" graduate student from Poughkeepsie, number 13, Cameron Hammond. At guard, a 6'1" junior from
So we are moments away from our first opening tip of the night between John Jay and your Baruch College Bearcats. Joe, we mentioned a little bit in the pre-show, Lee Castillo getting off on the right foot, extremely important. Third leading scorer in the nation is Castillo.
Well, the thing about her, I think, David, she gets better with every game. And the interesting thing is, when Baruch is going good, she finds ways, if she's not scoring, to get that team in a good place. So she just makes people better. And I can't wait to see tonight what she brings out as she progresses in this amazing career here.
And moving over to John Jay, they've had a back-and-forth season, game by game. 7-6 right now coming into this matchup with Baruch. But not a player under a junior-level player on the team. So plenty of experience on this Bloodhound team.
By the way, David, Brianna Lopez is in the starting lineup for the Lady Bearcats. You could tell she's one of my favorites. I think she's got a lot of game and could be a real asset to the team.
So their Bloodhounds are in their dark blue road kit. White letters, white striping on the side. Baruch in their traditional home whites, light blue numbers, and dark blue trim as Baruch 0 for 1 from the field, but able to get that offensive board. Baccarella, far side baseline. Her shot's able to go down.
Now, if Baccarella contributes offensively, you're playing with house money, David, because she's not an offensive player. So that's a good sign to start things off tonight.
So it'll be Kelly on the far side. Finds Ziola underneath. We'll see a lot of that matchup underneath with McCray and Ziola. And Ziola takes too many steps. But at 6'1", Joe, what type of problem can she impose for the Bearcats if not handled properly?
Traditionally, Baruch has had a problem with other team post players. Coach K will admit that. But I think you just have to use your leverage.
Castillo straight on three. It's nothing but the bottom of the net. And just like that, Baruch up 5-0. And Joe, you mentioned it at the start of the game. Baruch really intense on the defensive side, going with the full court press.
So they've already got one turnover early here.
As Kelly goes right through the basket, and Coach Catroza's not going to be happy with that opening basket
Kelly
for John
got
Jay.
a breakdown there. Nobody defended that. That's not a good sign because it means that you're not coming with your full energy.
Now Lopez inside, out to Leung on the near side wing. Shot, off glass, and is able to find the bottom of the net, and Leung has her first basket of the night.
Hey, David, what's happening early? Castillo, Leung, Baccarella. Not a bad start.
Baruch 2 from 2 from downtown here in the early going as Edwards has it on the circle, gives it off to Ziola on the far side wing. Crossover move, spin against McCray. Oh, can't get that one to go, but Roberto gets the offensive board. Puts it back up, shot no good, ball batted around, still loose. Castillo able to come away with it, and she has numbers. Baccarella ahead of the pack, back to Castillo, and just like that, Baruch are into double digits, 10-2 Bearcats.
You have to love that Baccarella just does so many things for this team.
Nice give and go there between Castillo and Baccarella, and Baruch swarming on the defensive end.
I could see by John Jay's body language that this Baruch pressure is bothering them early.
And a touch foul there. I think it's going to be on Leung underneath.
Yeah, I don't think Coach K wants these ticky-tack fouls, no.
Correct, that's going to be on McCray.
Yeah, no need for a ticky-tack foul. Just play defense with your hands and your feet.
And Ziola has it on the near side wing, driving against McCray. Lots of contact there. Nope, they're going to say she took too many steps, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
David, that's textbook defense there by McCray, which ended in the turnover.
So we've seen, like, when Ziola gets the ball out top, it's been Castillo on her, and then when she goes inside the paint, kind of a switch to McCray.
What a great pass.
Nice find there by McCray. Lopez, can't get that one to go. Rattled around. Taken there by Hammond, and she's quickly to push in the front court. Castillo all over her. Good defense there by chasing her into the corner. Here comes the double. It's going to be a straight-on three from Kelly. She's left wide open and able to rattle that home, and Coach Catrozos wants to talk things over. And if you're Coach K right there, have to be a little bit frustrated on that last defensive possession.
Uncontested three, at least contested. So we now have to mark down. Watch out for Kelly. It's 10-5, Baruch. Good start. but don't take your foot off the gas pedal.
And credit to Hammond, right? She was double teamed here on the near side corner. We always talk about it. You get that double team in the near side corner, it's almost a quadruple team because you have the two sidelines right there. Way to pass out of that and find the open shooter.
But Baruch can't go away with this formula. They got to keep the foot on the gas pedal, keep the pressure on, and let's see if John Jay could survive that.
And Baruch starting off with the hot hand, 2 of 2 from downtown, and lots of clean basketball so far from the Bearcats, and no turnovers in the opening 3 minutes.
But I love the way they're looking for each other, and I'm telling you, Brianna Lopez is going to add another dimension to this lineup.
So it'll be Leung to bring it into the front court. John Jay setting up in the zone now. Looks like a 1-1-3, 1-3-1 maybe, outside to Lopez on the far side wing. Elbow jumper, no good. Vaccarella able to chase that down into the hands of Castillo. She'll quickly pull. Shot a bit short, and it's Edwards on the rebound for John Jay.
That was a strange possession because it really wasn't set up by the Lady Bearcats.
So now it's Kelly on the far side. Castillo all over her. Kelly trying to do a step-through move. Oh, able to push that one through. Tough basket there by Kelly.
I think she had her eyes closed, David.
Now it's Leung on the far side. Gives it up top to Lopez. Around the horn. Vaccarella, baseline jumper. High rebound. McCray fighting for it. Ziola comes away with the rebound for John Jay. Trying to push against Castillo. She'll slow things up and get the ball into the hands of Kelly here on the near side. Step into a 3 from Kelly, and she knocks it down. And just like that, we're tied at 10.
All right, so the Lady Bearcats going to have to key on Kelly. Because she's a little bit of a force here. Vaccarella's got to look for her shot.
So it's now Lopez, crossover move, finds McCray. Nice pass there. McCray off the glass and able to get that one to drop.
Well, what a great pass by Lopez and a great catch by McCray in traffic.
So now Kelly has it on the Bearcats symbol. Hammond comes with the pick. She takes it. Castillo on Kelly. Floater from Kelly. Barely grazes iron. Castillo comes away with the rebound for Baruch. Quick to push into the front court. Finds McCray going right to the basket. And is able to finish with the left hand.
Oh, what a great no-look pass from Castillo on the run. I believe Kelly wants to go head-to-head with Castillo tonight, David.
An excellent matchup in its own right. As Cheyenne Kelly averages a little over 18 points a game, and we spoke about Castillo in the opening, averaging around 25 a game. Nice move there by Hammond working against Vaccarella. Good positioning and body control.
Vaccarella's going to have to take that away. That's too easy.
Now Vaccarella outside to Lopez. Steps into a free throw line jumper. High arcing shot, just a bit wide. Vaccarella tries to save it, unable to do so, and it'll go back to the Bloodhounds.
You know, I'd like to see Lopez just go to the basket. She could do that.
And Bogle checking into the game for John Jay.
Listen, John Jay's have been successful because Baruch has given them opportunities here, keeping them within 2.
So it's Kelly straight on 3. Shot no good. Vaccarella able to box out Hammond underneath, able to get the rebound. Lopez pushing it into the front court. Gives it off to Castillo. She'll step into a 3. Castillo rattles that one home from straight on. And just like that, Baruch have restored a 5-point lead.
Good look by Lopez. Stopped on a dime, gave it to Castillo, and she just had to do a catch and shoot.
So Ziola's baseline jumper, no good, off back iron. Lopez comes away with the rebound. Coach Petrozo's urging his team to push. Nice find underneath to McCray. Ooh. Maybe a little bit too far under the basket.
Yeah.
And it's coming the other way with John Jay. Hammond, oh, nice pass there to Bogle. Can't finish, too strong. Off of Hammond last as she was battling for it underneath with Castillo. And it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Nice find there. It looked, though, by Hammond. Little no-look answer from Castillo on a few plays before.
The Lady Bearcats are getting a little, run here by John Jay, and they have to weather this. John Jay's coming out, trying to get it done. So Baruch cannot let down defensively.
So Leung gets it back on the top of the circle. Of the 3-point line. Now bounce pass to Mitchell, who just checked into the game. Hits side of the backboard, no good. And John Jay's able to come away with it. Bring it into the front court with Edwards.
Mitchell needs to get down low in her comfortable post-up position.
And it's going to go off the leg of Edwards last, and it'll go back to the Bearcats. A bit of an unforced error there from John Jay.
Well, Baruch will take the turnover any way they can get it. And they cannot take their foot off the gas pedal defensively, Baruch, because John Jay looks like they want an opportunity, David, to get back in this.
Now it's Mitchell on the near side, swung around the baseline. Now Castillo has it in the far corner. Thinks about the shot. Ziola out on her. Now Leung with Kelly draped on her. Outside to Mitchell on the near side. Puts it on the deck. A few dribbles outside to Leung. Good defense here from John Jay. And a sloppy foul there by Granados to Baruch's benefit.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to send, nope, they're going to say it was on the floor. So it's going to be side out in front of the scorer's table.
Clock was running down. Baruch had to get something up.
Now it's Leung straight on. Granados out on her. Over to Baccarella. Back up top to Leung. She has space for the three. Off left rim. No good. That's McCray outside to Mitchell. Mitchell puts it on the deck. Has Castillo. Free throw line jumper. Off back iron. No good. And Bogle's able to come away with the rebound.
McCray and Mitchell really working hard down low.
Now Ziola outside to Edwards. Ooh, dangerous pass there. Kelly almost got that taken away from her by Castillo. Shot there from the elbow from Kelly, no good, and Castillo comes away with it for Baruch.
Kelly's got the green light for the Bloodhounds, David.
Castillo step back three, no good, just off left iron. She was feeling it a little bit. She's gotten off to a hot start here at the Arc Arena. Now Ziola over to Bogle on the near side, looking for options. It's going to be Kelly up top. Castillo all over here. Here comes the pick from Granados. Kelly looking for options, has Bogle in the paint, step through, pull up jumper, outstretched arms of Mitchell, and they're going to blow the whistle there. It's going to be a foul there on Mitchell, her first.
Mitchell just needed to stay down. She left her feet and got called for that foul.
Bogle only 8 of 18 from the free throw line this season. Also only shooting 29% from the field, so you also almost don't even mind if she takes that shot, Joe.
Yeah. You could tell by the harshness of that shot. But that was a good-looking free throw. So,
averaging 5 points and 5 rebounds per game on the season does Bogle. She's able to rattle home the second, so.
I think Castillo just has to go on a run here. Get this lead up.
So Leung over to Lewis, who just checked into the game. Back up top to Leung. Ooh, Madison throws it away. Excuse me, Lewis. And it's going to be Hammond in transition, and she's able to lay it in. Good find there by Edwards.
That was a great pass and catch.
So it's a 1-point game coming in on a minute and a half remaining. Lewis, they're going to say no shot. And she stepped out of bounds as that went down. But unfortunately, a bit of an unforced error for the Bearcats, and it's going to go back to John Jay.
David, this can't be a first quarter where Baruch lets John Jay hang around, because that could prove to be a problem. If Baruch is going to put John Jay away, they have to keep saying, keep the pressure on offensively and defensively.
So Castillo has it on the near side, picks up her dribble, finds Leung over to Lopez, Lopez took it away from Mitchell. Too many players in the same spot for the Bearcats. Need to spread out a little bit here. Again, Lopez now taken away from Leung. 6 seconds to shoot. Leung's floater, no good. And a sloppy possession there from the Bearcats. They were just basically clumped up in too many areas of the court.
Castillo did not get a touch. I think they were looking to do everything but give it to their main scorer.
Step back jumper there by Bogle, no good. Bogle's been quick to fly here in the early going.
Castillo's got to be the first option, David, and then secondary and third. Where is she?
Ball to the hands of Castillo. Roberto out on her. Now over to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to go baseline. Draws the contact, and Baruch will have an opportunity for the last possession.
Yeah, Mitchell and McCray need to be down in the block. Keep the perimeter free.
So Leung has it up top. 16 seconds remaining here in the first. Here comes the pick from McCray. Leung goes left. Looking for options, bounce pass baseline. Ooh, dangerous pass, trying to get it over to McCray. Leong's going to pull a three. 4 seconds left. Shot no good. Saved there by Mitchell, and that will do it for the first quarter of action. After one, Baruch 17, John Jay 16.
Well, the Lady Bearcats, David, got off quickly with Castillo, but as the quarter went on, the touches for Castillo became less, and the offense suffered.
Do you think that's just trying to get other players in rhythm there, Joe, or you think it was just?
I think that they have to be reminded by Coach K in this huddle, what is our recipe for success? And don't forget that. It's pretty simple, David, at this point in the season.
And we saw in the last few possessions from the Bearcats, overall quality quarter from the Bearcats. The last few possessions, a few unforced errors. We had Lewis here on the near side stepping out of bounds on the three, and then on that last possession, second to last possession, I guess, it was a lot of Bearcats just taking up similar areas of the court.
Right. McCray and Mitchell have to be down in the block, and the perimeter has to be free with Leong, Baccarella, and Castillo.
So Bearcats lead 17-16 coming in a second quarter action. And
once again, David, Castillo's got to come out and do her thing. If not, it's going to be, kind of too close for comfort.
And Joe, it's been a game of runs as well, right? We were up 10-2 at one point, and then it was tied at 10.
Kelly had a pretty good first quarter, David. Looking like she wants to go head-to-head with Castillo tonight.
Two quality players of the CUNYAC division as we're underway here in the second. Hammond has it up top for the Bearcats, gives it off to Kelly, swung around the perimeter to Ziola. Roberto and Granados on the floor as well for John Jay. Three there on the far side from Kelly is good.
Well, there you go. It's on, as they say, David.
So Leong has it now on the Bearcat symbol, top of the three-point line.
Where is Castillo? Okay. She's got to be the number 1 point of your offense.
Leong bounce pass to McCray. Baccarella, near side three, and she knocks it out. They're going to say it was a 2, correction, and we're tied here at 19.
2 or 3, it's a welcome addition to this offense that Baccarello is scoring.
Having a strong first half as Hammond goes in the lane and can't hit. Tough D there by Baccarella, and it's going to stay right there with John Jay. That Baccarella-Hammond matchup is one that's interesting to see, Joe. You mentioned it before. The Baccarella has to take that away. Hammond again there, able to get to the basket.
Hammond really wants to get to the basket. Baccarella just has to position herself to take that away.
An errant pass there by Hammond, trying to find the cutting Ziola, and it's Baruch to quickly come the other way with it. Leong on the far side. She'll pull from the baseline. Shot no good. McCray on the offensive board. Ball swung around. Castillo's going to step into a 3 shot. Ooh, that was a bit of an air ball there. And it's going to go John Jay.
Well, Castillo couldn't have asked for a better position to knock down that shot. A catch-and-shoot situation.
So it's Kelly all the way into the lane. Looking for options. Has Ziola. Spin move. Nice play there by Ziola. And that one goes down. And you can hear the John Jay men's team making some noise here at the Arc Arena.
Well, John Jay's not going away, David. I think this team for John Jay is capable of doing some things here. This team that's on the floor now.
And they're a team that's consistently in the thick of things here in the CUNYAC.
Yeah, Baruch's, there you go. Steal by Kelly.
Kelly takes away from Leong. Finds Hammond on the near side, going into the lane. And can't hit. Castillo's able to come away with the rebound. I think Coach Petrozos wanted an offensive foul there, and instead, in transition, it's going to be a foul there. I think it's going to be on number 2. Nope, correction, that's going to be on 13, Hammond.
Baruch is taking John Jay's punch, so to speak, right now in a 21-19 game here in the second quarter. Let's see how Baruch responds, being down now.
We got the makings of a great game here at the Arc Arena. Don't forget, this is the first game of our doubleheader between John Jay and your Baruch College Bearcats. 3 there from Leong, no good. Ball batted around off of, I think, Hammond last. It's going to stay right there with the Bearcats.
Well, the Young is looking for a shot. They're just not dropping. They're good shots.
And a dangerous pass there on the inbound. It's going to stay right there with Baruch.
David, Baruch, and correct me if I'm wrong, has not been to the free throw line yet.
Hasn't been any, I don't think free throws. I think only Bogle's been at the free throw line tonight for John Jay as Leung gives it off to Baccarella. Baseline shot, too strong. And it's going to be Hammond who comes away with it as she rips it away from McCray. I think there's only 3 team fouls combined in the first quarter. We only have 1 here in the second. As Hammond's going to go to the line to shoot 2 just like that, Joe.
Well, Hammond's going to be a problem. But here's the thing. She only wants to go left. So we're going to have to force her into going right. But the Lady Bearcats have got to get to the foul line. They're working so hard, but you need literally what they call free throws.
And Hammond on the season is a 74% free throw shooter. She's off on the first. And good on the second. So Baruch trail by 3, coming in on 3 minutes gone here in the second quarter. It's Kelly on Leung at the top of the circle.
Castillo's going to have to go now.
Castillo bounce pass out to Leung. Leung's going to pull. Shot off front rim, no good. McCray able to run down that rebound. Back up top to Leung. Back over to Castillo. Steps into a 3 on the far side, and she knocks it down. And just like that, Joe tied at 22.
Well, couldn't have come at a better time, David.
That's going to be an offensive foul there on Edwards against Leung as she threw out the forearm, sent Leung flying.
Yeah, that was a frustration foul. Castillo is going to have to take the ball and do work.
So it's Mitchell on the far side to Castillo. Over to Leung. Ball swung around the perimeter. Now inside to Castillo. Castillo step back. Trying to find McCray, That gets knocked away by Bogle. She's able to track it down in the corner, and Hammond's coming the other way with it. That ball's knocked loose. I think it was McCray who got a hand in there.
Yeah, that was McCray.
And Castillo brings it into the front court. Has it on the far side wing. Crossover move. Mitchell over to Leung. Castillo runs through. She's calling for it. It's going to go back to Mitchell. Baccarella. Now it's trying to get it inside to Castillo. And just an errant pass there by Baccarella. And John Jay in transition. Now to Kelly inside the lane. Way off, but Hammond able to corral that rebound. Near side jumper there from Edwards. And she's able to knock it down just inside the three-point line.
Yeah, Edwards can play. Baruch has got to defend her.
So now Baccarella into the lane. Gives it off to Mitchell on the far side baseline. Shot no good. It's going to be Hammond who comes away with the rebound for John Jay. Trying to get it up ahead. It goes right into the scorer's table, and it's going to stay right there with John Jay.
David, Castillo is hesitating. She needs to get to the basket. She's pulling up and then giving the ball away. She's got to go.
So Lattimore in for John Jay, and Lopez back into the game for the Bearcats. Ziola into the lane, can't finish as she got hacked on the way up, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that's a ticky-tack foul. But listen, John Jay's attacking, and Baruch has got to really defend here. This John Jay team has come to play.
And that's going to be Mitchell's second here in the second quarter. Almost halfway gone in the second as Ziola off on the first.
David, it's a fast-moving game, but Baruch really is trying to figure out how they, offensively can get some points here. Their shots are just missing.
And Ziola can't hit on the second. That went all the way around.
Wow.
And rolled out for the Bearcats.
That's a lot of WD-40 on that rim.
So it's Leung, gives it over to Lopez in the lane. Gives it over to Mitchell on the far side baseline. Shot no good. And it's going to be Edwards who comes away with it. Up to Ziola here on the near side. She's looking for options.
Baruch is simply cold, David.
And Ziola able to hit a floater with the right hand. Nice move cutting in from the baseline. And just too much reach there.
Well,
by
Baruch doesn't have rim protection.
By the 6'1" Ziola.
Yeah, they don't have any rim protection. So Ziola, is really free to do those kind of things.
So Lopez puts it on the deck. She's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, that's good that Lopez put it on the floor and tried to make something happen.
That's Tiffany Bogle's first, as it'll send Lopez to the line.
I think that Baruch has to shake things up a little. Instead of shooting the perimeter shot, let's go to the basket.
Lopez 47% from the line this season, as she's a little too strong on the first.
Well, David, I don't mean to be funny, but it's colder down here shooting-wise than it is outside.
And Lopez knocks down the second. Baruch trailed by 3, 4.5 remaining here in the first half. Edwards a little bit of a stutter move and gets it into the front court. Castillo all over her. Pick there from Bogle. Edwards right into the lane and able to finish with a left hand off the glass.
My goodness, is that Allen Iverson?
So it's Lopez now on the far side, going past Ziola, looking for Mitchell again on the baseline. Telegraphed that one a little bit, but Lopez, fighting for it, still loose. And it's Kelly who comes away with it for John Jay. Quickly into the front court. Has Bogle on the near side, who's able to knock it down. And Coach Katrozos wants to talk things over. 30-second timeout, and Joe, it's been a game of runs. Baruch trailing by 7 right now on a quick run here from John Jay.
David, it's pretty simple. Shots are falling for John Jay. Shots are not falling for the Lady Bearcats. Just that simple right now. Plus, the Bearcats need to go to the basket, open things up instead of trying to hit the perimeter shot. And Mia Castillo has got to really emerge right here.
So both teams break the huddle. It's going to be the same 5 for the Bearcats.
It's a 7-point lead because shots are just falling for John Jay.
And Lopez brings it across the timeline. As now it's Baccarella back up top to Lopez. Baccarella, near side jumper, shot too strong. And Ziola able to come away with the rebound. Has Bogle ahead of the pack, but she almost loses it. Ball still loose. And it's going to be a jump ball between Leung and Ziola, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. So Leung will walk it up into the front court. Castillo cuts baseline, looking for options. Bounce pass inside to McCray. McCray going up with the right hand and able to finish off the glass.
Nice move by McCray.
Ooh, tough defense here by Baccarella. Got to be careful, though. As Edwards trying to bring it into the front court. Eventually does. Baccarella all over her. Kelly, couple crossover moves, working on Mitchell. Offensive foul, and she pushed off with the right forearm. And I didn't see much there, Joe, to be honest. I thought it was a nice crossover move, step back, but I think she just extended that forearm just a little too much.
I think the referees owe John Jay one.
So now Leung will bring it across the timeline. So Castillo has it on the far side. Leung on the near side wing, step back from the top of the key, just a bit short. Baccarella able to get the rebound, and one from Baccarella, who just threw it up with the contact, and she'll go to the line for a chance at an old school three-point play.
Well, Baccarella has really filled it up in the stat book, David, and good for her. She's such a talented, versatile player that she's keeping Baruch afloat here, David.
And Baccarella no good on the free throw, but a nice hustle play there on the offensive board. And then hitting the shot through the foul on the previous possession for the Bearcats. They trail by 3, 2.5 remaining here in the second. Kelly straight on 3, and she's able to knock it down, and Baruch go under the pick. And it costs them, as Kelly has been a sniper so far here at the Arc Arena.
A lot of offensive ability by John Jay.
Baccarella steps into a shot. Ooh, way off left side. Save there by McCray. Mitchell able to run that one down. Ball still loose. Leung hits the deck. Baccarella has it. And it's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to send it back to John Jay.
Baruch has really got to turn up the defensive intensity because John Jay has multiple weapons.
And Hammond wants to go left. Nice play there by Baccarella to hit the deck. Looking for options. Going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go back to Baruch.
David, the way you get out of a funk that Baruch is in offensively is defensively. You turn it up with the energy, and hopefully the energy carries over to the offense from the defense.
Some nice plays there on the last few possessions by Angela Baccarella. Now Castillo, far side corner, 3! And she knocks it down, and just like that, it's a 3-point game. 1.5 minutes remaining here in the first half between John Jay and Baruch. As Kelly steps into a 3, and she answers on the other end.
Well,
oh boy, what a shot. Oh, and a turnover there by the Bearcats.
Kelly versus Castillo.
Hammond going to step into a 3 this time, and she knocks it down, and that's a 6-point swing for John Jay.
Well, John Jay playing with a lot of confidence and energy, David. And Baruch has got to punch back now.
You can hear the Arc Arena getting loud, though, but unfortunately that's the John Jay bench for the most part. As Castillo steps into a 3, shot no good, and it's going to go back to John Jay. And you can feel the momentum swing here, Joe, in the last 2 minutes of the first half.
Well, Baruch just has to take a deep breath, David, and defend. Stop the bleeding by defending. Need a stop here, bigger than any time in the game.
So Edwards has it now. Kelly's had the hot hand. She's on the near side. Instead, Bogle has it. She's been quick to pull. Inside to Roberto. Roberto unable to hit. Gets her own rebound. Shot again, no good. And Baruch come away with the rebound, and they can hold for last possession. Castillo pushing into the front court. Crossover move. Ball swung around the perimeter. It's Leung straight on. Off front iron, back iron, no good. Hammond comes away with it. 7 seconds left to shoot. John Jay have to move quick if they want to get something off. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Has to put it up. It's Kelly who does. Ooh, and off the backboard, no good. And with that, Baruch are going to go into the halftime break. Down 9, Joe. But it was back and forth. Moment ago, it was 33-30. Some sloppy play by the Bearcats and some key shot making from the Bloodhounds give John Jay a 9-point lead.
Yeah, the tail of the first half, David, is Alyssa Leung's shot. Just couldn't find its way into the basket. But listen, Kelly, Hammond, John Jay came to play. And you're going to have to defend shooters, find a way. Hand in their face, body them up, something. But a 9-point lead, still doable. But Coach K has just got to get them to play defense first. And offensively, let's face it, David, it's Castillo and everything else.
And you said it, Kelly and Hammond, the two leading scorers, averaging about 31 a game for John Jay. they're showing up, right? I mean, Kelly's the hottest player on the court right now, and Hammond's been able to find her groove a little bit late in the first half.
So that's why you're down 9, because you haven't found an answer for, Kelly and Hammond. And then anybody else on their team is kind of like Baccarella. It's like, playing with found money. But again, you want to hang your hat through CUNY defensively, and offensively, you have one of the best players in the country. So find a way to get her to just rise above whatever's going on. And I'm interested to see how Castillo decides to come out, David.
And Joe, I mean, we said it's been a game of runs, right? Baruch were up 10-2 to start. They're up 8, now they're down 9. So a swing of 17 points. It's very likely that Baruch have a great possibility of going on a bit of a run to start the second half.
Hey, all it takes is 2 good offensive possessions coming out of the locker room, right? 9 points could turn into 3.
Yeah, it's just really, if you're, I guess we'll touch upon it when we come back from break, but a bit more. But if you're Coach Katrozos, what's your message right now to your team?
Message is don't panic. It's 9. We could get right back in it with 2 threes, but we have to have stops. And stops were not, a lot. Kelly and Hammond, you're going to have to figure out a way to get them. They're playing with a lot of confidence, David.
Yeah, absolutely. Kelly's been, Cheyenne Kelly, been the hottest player on the floor so far tonight, including said Mia Castillo. So we'll step aside. That was first half action here at the Arc Arena. Baruch going to the break, trailing 39-30. We'll be back in 10 minutes with the start of your second half. You're watching Baruch College Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. If you're just joining us, back and forth action in our first game of our doubleheader between John Jay and your Baruch College Bearcats. Baruch was up as much as 8 in the first half. They trailed by 9 at the break, and we're about a minute away from second half action.
But then, David, Kelly, Holland, started to assert themselves for John Jay. And it took John Jay a little bit to get going, David, but they did. So Baruch, okay, down 9, no panic. And they just have to stay to what they do best. Try and get turnovers and let Castillo lead the way.
And it's been a lot of Castillo's had some help tonight, but really for the Bearcats, it's really just been a few lapses. We talk about a couple plays here on the offensive end, a couple lapses especially on the defensive end, and John Jay is really able to capitalize on those.
But Alyssa Leung, she's just been off. That hasn't helped. And McCray and Mitchell have not really contributed a lot down low in the post. Baccarella, David, wow. She did contribute uncharacteristically offensively.
And Edwards, that ball almost got turned over right there.
So Baruch again has to come out. Don't get it in one play, but climb back into this one with solid defense.
And so McCray hits the deck, ball still loose. Ziola able to come away with it for the Bloodhounds. Wild shot with the right hand, no good.
Well, there's no doubt that John Jay spoke about attacking in the locker room, David.
Inbound to Ziola. Nice play there by McCray to knock it away. And Baruch, who should have came away with it on the loose ball, was able to get it here for their first possession in the second half.
So Baruch has got to get good shots offensively.
It's McCray, Baccarella, Castillo, Leung, and Lopez to start things off. Same starting 5. Had McCray cutting through the middle as Castillo is fouled on the way, and that's going to be Hammond. Oh, excuse me, it's going to be on 32. That's going to be on Roberto.
One of the things I mentioned, Baruch has got to get to the foul line to help out their offensive output.
So Castillo to inbound Lopez, now up top to Leung. Step back 3, and she's able to knock it down. And just like that, Baruch trying to build off that. It's a 6-point game.
That's great, David. She couldn't make one in the first half.
Now it's Kelly here on the near side. A little bit of a stutter step, Shot wild off on the left, and now it's Lopez comes away with it, quickly pushing into the front court. Has Baccarella, now over to Castillo. Castillo puts it on the deck. Over to McCray, shot too strong off the glass, and it'll be Hammond who comes away with the rebound.
Baruch needed that shot by McCray, would have cut it to 4.
Ziola around and out, no good. And Leung comes away with the rebound for Baruch. Quick pace here in the early portion of the second half. Castillo steps back and knocks down. No, they're going to say it was a 2. And it's 39-35, Baruch trail.
But David, that's what some good shots will get you right back in the game.
A quick 5-0 run here to start the second half for the Bearcats. Shot by Hammond, no good. Ziola gets the rebound. Her shot a bit short. Baccarella is able to knock it down, and it's going to go off her last and will stay underneath with John Jay.
Baccarella is going to be a difference maker, no doubt, in this second half.
So now Kelly here on the near side baseline. Castillo all over her. Kelly trying to impose her will. Castillo blocks that one and comes away with the loose ball. Well, Kelly strips it back. No, Castillo has it. Now it's Edwards who picks up that loose ball. And Kelly's foul as her shot, as she was in the act of shooting, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, this is a battle, David, between Kelly and Castillo.
So Kelly knocks down the free throws, 40-35. Now Lopez up top, gives over to Baccarella on the far side. Lopez straight on. Over to Leung, ball swung around the perimeter, handoff, nope, it's going to be a handoff to Castillo. Working on Kelly, crossover move, has the pick right, doesn't use it. Leung, corner three on the near side, shot no good. McCray able to get her own rebound, it's going to go off her knee though, as it was knocked out of her hands, and I think McCray made the Cardinal sin, Joe, of just bringing that down when you get the rebound.
You're absolutely right, David. You got to keep the ball up. You're right.
So now Kelly has it. Give it off to Edwards up top. Near side wing. Leung out on her. Takes the pick from Ziola. Edwards right into the lane and able to finish with the left hand.
That's too easy, David.
Edwards has a quick first step, Joe. She went right around that pick straight to the basket.
That's why I keep saying, is that Iverson out there?
The highest of compliments is Baccarella's baseline shot, no good. Ooh, that looked like a little bit of a loose ball foul there on Roberto. No call as lots of hands on Lopez. Loose ball as Lopez hits the deck, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. As Bogle's checking into the game.
Well, that's a couple of possessions. Where is Castillo?
So Castillo, oh, what a find there to Baccarella, who's able to put it in for an easy layup.
Great.
Nice find there by Castillo.
Nice find, nice catch in traffic. Yep.
As we spoke about it on the previous possession, Baccarella that time catching it underneath, but keeping the ball high and able to go right up with it. As Bogle now inside trying to work on Castillo. Wild shot, no good. And Castillo saves it, and it's going to be McCray over to Leung on the far side. Ooh, dangerous pass as Kelly picks that one off, trying to find Castillo. Leung, lots of contact there. Looks like on Edwards. Nope, they're going to say it's a jump ball, and it's going to stay right there with John Jay. Good defense there by Castillo, and the ref let him play a little bit on that one.
Yeah, Baruch has got to protect the ball a little bit better. Give the ball to Leung, let her bring it up court.
And Ziola, ooh, she could have went right up with it. So that's too many steps, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
As soon as Ziola puts the ball down, somebody's got to swipe it.
I think, Joe, she had position on the inbound. I think she just did a little too much there.
Yeah. But I think Leung has to come over and slap, which she does well.
Yeah. Especially if Ziola puts him down, puts the ball on the deck inside the paint.
Well, Castillo has got to go here.
Nice find to McCray. I'm going to say she took too many steps. I didn't really see that one unless she dragged the
David,
pivot.
she put it down. I didn't see her not dribble. Well, the refs owe Baruch one.
As Edwards, now near side, Bogle's going to pull, and she's able to rattle that one home. Bogle has been quick to shoot tonight, and she's having a strong game.
Yeah, she was wide open. No defense.
So Lopez into the paint. Now Baccarella on the far side looking for options. Outside to Castillo, straight on. Bogle, ooh, all over her. Castillo steps into it a little too strong, and Kelly comes away with the rebound for John Jay. Kelly working on Lopez a little bit more than midway through the third quarter. Lopez, crossover move, looking for options. She'll pull back and set back up on the Bearcats symbol. Going to pull a three, couple crossovers, shot off left iron, no good. Bogle hits Kelly cutting through. She was fouled, and it's going to be side out for John Jay.
You know, very quietly, Vogel's done a lot for this Bloodhound attack here.
And she hasn't. And she's also been quick to pull, Joe. I mean, we've seen a quick trigger on Bogle.
Yeah, I mean, she's not the star, but certainly
having a strong game tonight. To your point, oh man, she got it back. Ziola put it on the deck there. Baruch stripped it away. Ziola was able to just claw it back.
David, that's because John Jay wanted it more than the Lady Bearcats. That's not good.
Ooh, Leung bounces it off her foot. Edwards hits the deck. And they're going to say it was a travel. And Baruch, very fortunate to get away with one there. They're going to say Edwards traveled while she was on the floor.
John Jay playing very effective and playing very hard. Baruch has got a counter. Is who's going to step up for the Lady Bearcats?
And now Castillo has it on the near side wing. Crossover move on Ziola into the lane, gives it off to Baccarella. Baseline jumper, and she's able to tickle the twine. And just like that, it's a 7-point game once again.
David, it is a season high for Baccarella, I believe, offensively.
Having a strong game. Ziola's fouled on the way by Mitchell. That's going to be Mitchell's third. It's going to send Ziola to the line to shoot two.
Well, Ziola's very active down low, David, and you just have to defend her. Boy, this is really a new dimension for the Lady Bearcats. If Baccarella can contribute offensively, wow, because we know what she can do in terms of energy and things that don't show up in your scorecard. So great development tonight.
Ziola, who's normally a strong free throw shooter, shooting over 70% from the line, having her struggles tonight. And off on the second, far rebound out to Ziola. It's going to be Mitchell, I think Edwards, who hits the deck. And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Petrozos with 3:32 remaining. Baruch trailed by 9. We'll step aside. You're watching Baruch Basketball YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
Basketball date will take place on Saturday, January 20th at Uniac Glenville against Cleveland College on Purdue Alumni Day. First contest against Cleveland starts at 12 noon, followed by the alumni game at 2 o'clock, then the men's basketball game at 4 p.m. on Saturday, January 20th. The mission is always straight.
And welcome back to the Arc Arena. Baruch trail by 9 as it'll be Lopez to bring the ball up for the Bearcats.
John Jay very effective in the paint tonight. 20-12.
As Castillo into the lane, ball's loose. Castillo hits the deck looking for options. And like I say, it was a jump ball and it's going to stay with Baruch.
Well, Castillo is out of sorts tonight. She's hesitating instead of trying to create shots for herself. There's a turnover. We're trying to find Castillo.
And we spoke about Bogle a bit early on, Joe. She's plus 14 here tonight, so definitely been the difference maker when she's been on the floor.
Yes.
And it'll be Leung covering up Edwards. Edwards crossover move, takes the pick from Bogle. Edwards looking for an option, has to shoot. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Baccarella able to strip that away from Hammond. Baccarella, 2 defenders chasing her down. They're going to steal it from her as she went up. As it was good defense there by Edwards and Kelly to get back in transition.
Yeah, Baccarella was a little hesitant in going to the basket.
Lopez looking for options. Has Castillo near side. And blocked there, and as Roberto comes away with it, gives over to Hammond, and Hammond's going to bring it into the front court. Almost walked herself right into a double team. but now it's Castillo at the top of, it's a Hammond on the top, now near side wing. Step back three over the outstretched arm of Castillo. Vogel able to get the rebound, right back up with it, and she's able to get that one
David,
to drop.
Vogel's too much of a problem for Baruch tonight.
So it's an 11-point deficit, largest of the night for the Bearcats, as it's Castillo up top. And she's able to knock down a three. Nice shot there by Castillo, and Baruch really needed that one.
So we're down 8. Now you need a stop, David. A defensive stop. And then you got to get right back to work with Castillo.
So Roberto, baseline shot. Oh, that was around and out. No good. And they're going to say it was off. Nope, they're going to say it was off Vogel last, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Lucky because nobody boxed Vogel out on that.
So now Leung here gives it over to Lopez here on the near side. Lopez into the lane, looking for Baccarella on the far side. Back to Lopez, looking for a cutter. Castillo runs through. Ziola out on her. Crossover move by Castillo. Bounce pass inside to McCray. Trying to go inside to Lopez. Roberto there with the active hands, and it's going to stay right there for the Bearcats. 10 to shoot, 1:09 remaining here in the third quarter.
The Bloodhounds have done a good job in making Castillo, David, think about things. Normally, she just plays. She's thinking about things tonight.
Inbound to Leung now. Leung shot, no good. Gets her own rebound in the paint, trying to find McCray, and she was fouled underneath. It's going to be, I think, on Ziola. Let's find out as the ref comes over. Yep, it's going to be on Ziola, and that's going to keep the ball right there with the Bearcats, and they get a fresh 20 there. So that was a key foul there for Baruch as the shot clock was running low.
Let's see if they can get Castillo going here.
Castillo thinks about the shot. Pump fake, now puts it on the deck. Leung on the near side. Edwards out on her. Crossover move. Nope. Pull back to Leung. Now Castillo. Baseline jumper. And she gets that one to go. 45 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Baruch have cut it to 6. They were down 9 at half, so they've been able to slowly chip away at this lead.
So that's 2 in a row by Castillo. She's got to keep it going.
So Edwards now, crossover move. Looks like a moving pick from Ziolo, and Edwards able to knock it down. They're going to say it was a 2. Extends the lead back to 8. Baruch can hold for the final shot.
Edwards has had a couple of momentum-changing baskets.
Lopez has it now on the far side wing. Bounce pass to Castillo. Vogel out on her. 5 seconds to shoot. The double team comes. Bounce pass to Leung. Leung's going to pull. Oh, off back iron. Oh, it's going to be left iron. No good. And if that might have been a 3 if it dropped. Either way, Baruch go to the fourth, down by 8. And we're essentially in the same spot we were at half, Joe. Baruch trailing by 8 as we get into the fourth quarter action here at the Arc Arena.
Listen, John Jay has really played a very good all-around game. And they've challenged Baruch. Took them a little while to get going, David, but they, with Kelly and Anderson and Vogel and Ziola, Baruch has got a little bit of a mountain to climb here in the fourth quarter.
And they got to do it quick, Joe. I mean, you're talking about down 8. You got it by the halfway point. You got to keep getting to about a 5-point game in order to have a chance.
Well, my strategy is easy. Leung at the top. You know, if you got the shot, take it. Baccarella, if you got the shot in the corner at the elbow, take it. But your main concern, find your star. One of the better players in the country, Mia Castillo. You're going to have to let her bail you out, David, here in the fourth quarter. But that's what great players do.
16 points, 7 boards, 4 assists, and 3 steals for Mia Castillo, who last game was a steal away from a quadruple double.
Oh, yeah. But she's certainly putting together a statistical season. Historical season.
Correct, and that's actually 21-7-4 She's played all 30 minutes tonight here at the Arc Arena. Ziola has it up top, gives it off to Hammond at the free throw line. Hammond pulls back, Lopez out on her for the Bearcats.
Hammond wants to go left.
Has Bogle. Bogle in the paint, shot no good, gets her own rebound. Ball's kind of, finds it to the hands of Bogle, and Bogle able to finish in the paint.
Vogle's been a difference maker, David, which has hurt the Lady Bearcats tonight.
Castillo doubled inside. Bogle got her hand in on the entry pass, trying to find McCray, and now it's Hammond the other way for the for the Bloodhounds.
Baruch can't afford to give up any more points here. They have to stop.
So now it's Edwards up top. Castillo out on her. Roberto outside to Hammond. Hammond wants to go left, does so. Gives it off to Ziola in the corner. Going to pull, wild three there. Baccarella on the rebound. And good defensive possession there by the Bearcats as Castillo quickly brings it into the front court. Gives it off to Lopez, far side three. Shot a little too strong, no good. And Ziola able to corral the rebound. And Hammond will bring it into the front court for John Jay.
Castillo needed to take that shot on that last possession.
Hammond inside to Roberto, takes too many steps, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Where is Castillo?
Cutting backdoor. Ooh, she was open. I think Roberto fell asleep a little bit there. Baccarella's three. No good. And Ziola comes away with the rebound, and it'll be Kelly to walk things up. Kelly's having a strong game. 20 points on 7 of 16 shooting.
But, David, it's been a couple of possessions where Castillo has not shot the ball. Well,
you make that 22 points from Kelly, who gets her first bucket of the fourth quarter. Nice find there by Castillo to McCray. Looks like she had some contact, unable to finish, no whistle, and Ziola quickly into the front court for the for the Bloodhounds. Ziola on the far side. Ball's loose, looks like she dribbled it off her leg. Able to pick it up, finds Bogle at the top of the key. Now it's Roberto outside to Edwards up top, on the near side wing. Edwards gives it off to Ziola. Back out to Edwards, over to Kelly here on the near side. She's going to have to shoot. Shot no good. Ball batted out right into the hands of Kelly. Nice find there to Bogle, back door, and she's able to finish, and it's the biggest lead of the night now for the Bloodhounds.
Well, there's Vogel again, David. She's been the problem for Baruch tonight.
And nice aggressive play there by Lopez as she hits the deck and will go to the line to shoot two.
David, if you had a point to what went wrong for the Lady Bearcats tonight, the effectiveness of Vogel really hurt. Vogel.
And Lopez off on the first. And able to knock down the second.
Well, John Jay's taken Bogle out of the game. And boy, did she work tonight.
You got to love that if you're Coach K, as Bogle has 8 points and 4 rebounds, but a key indicator of how well she's played, plus 13 when she's been on the floor. Seeing how her team's winning by 13 right now, she's made the difference.
She just was there to kind of put a dagger in you.
But a good defensive possession on that last time down by the Bearcats. Looking to capitalize here with Castillo. And she was fouled on the far side, so it'll be side out for Baruch.
David, it seems like Bogle is the Baccarella of John Jay. Looks like an energy player, and if she gives you offense, you're good.
Having a strong night tonight as Leung takes the pick from McCray, handoff to Lopez. Now Castillo, foot's on the line. That's going to be a 2 if it goes. No good. Ball batted out. Leung has the open 3. She's going to pull. Shot no good. Ball still loose. And Hammond comes away with it. Has Lattimore ahead of the pack. Instead, it'll be Hammond into the lane. Lopez knocked it out of bounds from behind. Nice play there, and it's going to stay with John Jay as Edwards will come into the game for the Bloodhounds.
Yeah, Edwards, David, is getting away with a lot of carries that they're not calling when she handles the ball.
Jab step there by Edwards into the lane. Floater off back iron, no good. Ball batted around. Lattimore able to chase it down as Kelly on her collide. Kelly comes away with the rebound here on the near side wing. 4 minutes gone here in the fourth. Baruch trail 58-45. Crossover move by Kelly. She loses it though. Baccarella hits the deck. Has Leung. Castillo's ahead of the pack. And Castillo gets fouled on the way up by Hammond, and she'll go to the line.
What a great play by Alyssa Leung. Baccarella to find Castillo. That's a great team effort there. So, David, right now the game is well in reach for the Lady Bearcats, 13. But, inch back in. These games, David, all rehearsals for post-play down the road. Adversity.
And Castillo knocks down the second. Ooh, good defense there on the inbounds. If you couldn't make it out tonight and you want to see your Baruch College Lady Bearcats in action, your next opportunity will be noon on January the 20th. It is Alumni Day here at the Arc Arena. They tip off at 12 p.m. and it'll be a nice night there, a nice afternoon, I should say, Joe, as it'll be at 12 o'clock the women's game. At 2 o'clock, the alumni game won't be broadcast, so if you're on campus, definitely come out for that, as I know many of our alumni will be here. And then the men's game will be at 4, as Kelly, nice pump fake there, gets Castillo off her feet, but she screwed it up a little bit because she waited too long and let Castillo get back in the play, as now Leung has it. Looking for options. Castillo trying to get it into the front court, and does. And Kelly just a little overzealous with the hand check, as it'll be Baruch's ball on. Actually, that'll be the 5th team foul, so that'll send Baruch to the line to shoot 2.
David, the Battle of Lexington and Alumni Day, 2 great events yearly for Baruch Athletics.
And if you do want to come to the Battle of Lex, the other event that we have here at the Arc Arena that Joe mentioned, please come out on February 1st. It's going to be a packed house. All the other sports teams and clubs come out and really fill out the Arc Arena. It's at a 5:30 tip for the women, a 7:30 tip for the men, and it's going to be some solid action here between 2 city rivals, between Baruch and Hunter. And Joe, you mentioned earlier Baruch not going to the free throw line, 4 straight free throw attempts, and tenacious defense on the inbounds.
I hope it's not too late, David. But, I'm big on getting to the foul line every game, and that's what Baruch needed to do earlier to help their offensive output. But, David, it's a 9-point game with 5:12. Plenty of time. You're going to have to get defensive stops and have good offensive possessions.
Leung knocks down the second. It's an 8-point ball game. Almost midway through the fourth quarter.
Baruch has got to stop the clock if they can.
Hammond, wild shot, no good. She was expecting a whistle, never came. And now Castillo right into the lane. Nice move. Her shot was blocked by Bogle.
Oh, boy, David.
And Kelly finds the cutting Edwards. Her shot blocked from behind by Castillo.
David, could Bogle be any more effective in this game?
So it'll be Bloodhounds ball underneath. It's into Bogle. Bogle's free throw line shot. Too strong, no good. Baccarella comes down with that rebound. Ooh, almost a dangerous pass. And Castillo has the ball now with Kelly all over her. Castillo into the front court. Crossover move, looking for options. Finds McCray outside to Leung. Leung straight on. Takes the pick left from McCray. Leung into the lane. She's fouled as she's trying to get through the lane, and we'll see who it's on. It's going to be on Ziola or Edwards. It's going to be on Ziola,
okay.
And that'll send Leung to the line. Chance to cut it to a 6-point game.
Okay. David, as long as the clock is stopped for Baruch, that's a good thing. They just have to capitalize here at the free throw line.
Leung knocks down the first. Crucial for the Bearcats with for the last minute and a half now, almost 6 minutes remaining left in the fourth, being in that bonus as Leung knocks them both down. It's a 6-point game here at the Arc Arena.
They need a turnover and a stop.
Don't go anywhere as we're going to have some exciting action here to end the first game of our doubleheader between John Jay and Baruch. The foul there is going to be on Baccarella, a bit of a touch foul. She was holding her shoulder as she went down the court, which is fine as that's only the first team foul on Baruch.
But it stops the clock, giving Baruch more time.
Now Kelly has it up top. Castillo out on her.
Pressure now.
Kelly on the Bearcat symbol. Has the ball on the deck, gives it over to Edwards near side, swung around the perimeter. Ziola trying to work against McCray. Good defense there by McCray. Shot too strong by Ziola. Castillo, Castillo almost lost it. Leung pulls up, shot no good. Ball's loose, and it's Kelly who comes away with it. Kelly up to Hammond on the far side. Hammond. Offensive foul there on Hammond as McCray takes one right in the chest.
Great
and
play.
It's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Okay, 3:42 left. Plenty of time. But you got to get the ball to Castillo now. Clear out. Let her go to work.
Leung brings it to the front court. Baruch trailing by 6, coming in on 3.5 remaining here in the ball game. Lopez has it into the lane. Trying to get it to McCray. Active hands by Bogle. Up ahead to Edwards. Edwards going one-on-one with Leung. Smart not to foul, and Edwards able to lay it in with the left hand.
David,
and Coach Day
turnover.
wants to talk things over as they extend the lead to 8.
Big turnover. There was nowhere to go.
So, Joe, we've seen the momentum swing a little bit towards Baruch's favor. It's teetering. Can the Bearcats push it over the line?
Well, everything is working in their favor, David. They got plenty of time on the clock. But again, please go to your star, Castillo, and let her go to work because you're going to need her down the stretch, David, to have the confidence to take over games. So it's better for her to rehearse that role right now as we continue on in CUNY play.
Also, Joe, I guess the double-edged sword, though, right? You know you're going to Castillo. So does John Jay.
Well, I'd like to see John Jay stop her. You know what I mean? I'm open for that. Let me see if John Jay could stop one of the better players in the area or the country.
Now it's Lopez here on the near side. Leung over to Castillo. Castillo with Bogle on her. She's quickly double-teamed. Ball off of, looks like the foot of McCray. Leung able to corral that for the Bearcats. Crossover move from Leung. Looking for options. Lopez back out to Leung. Straight on 3. Deep 3. No good. Rebounded, though, by McCray. Handoff to Castillo. In the paint and able to get that floater to go. Coming in a little under 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Baruch trails 60-54.
Big stop here by the Bearcats.
Ooh, active hands from Castillo, and it's going to stay right there for the Bloodhounds, right in front of the scorer's table.
2:38 left, plenty of time. Baruch needs to stop the clock if they can.
Nice play there by Elisa. And
Oh.
it's going to stay there. Ooh, and I think Leung didn't go after it because I think she thought it went off Edwards last.
Boy, it's too bad we don't have replay, David. That's a classic.
So it'll be Edwards into the backcourt and brings it over the timeline. 13 seconds to shoot. Leung out on Edwards. Edwards, nice move with the left hand and able to get that one to go.
Well, that's tough. Baruch has got to really rush here, David. Where's Castillo?
Lopez, she gets fouled on the way through. You heard the contact.
Okay.
And she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's a good move, David.
I almost wonder if you shoot the 3 there. I mean, they stepped off of Lopez so much that the shot was just staring her in the face.
I don't think she's proven, David, she can make the 3 in her career here at Baruch. David, I think she's better at a penetrator.
That's fair, but then just take that space immediately. You know, the seas parted there. For
No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, but I don't think she's that type of player yet.
Well, right. I'm saying go right to the lane then. You know, if you're not going to pull up for 3, the minute those defenders split out on you.
Well, that's what she did.
Yeah, and also you have the opportunity or the potential where you're almost surprised how open you are, right? You're like, what's the catch here?
Well, you know, earlier in the season, Baccarella would have passed up the shot, David. She's taken now. So maybe Lopez has got to get a little more confidence in what you're talking about.
Also getting big-time minutes is Lopez, playing more than half the ball game tonight.
Hey, that's 2 big free throws by Lopez, David. All right, it stops the clock with 2:03 left. John Jay by 6. Baruch needs a stop here. They've got to locate Bogle, David.
So it's Edwards into the front court. Leung all over her. A bit of a touch foul there from Leung. However, it's only the 3rd team foul for the Bearcats. Nothing to fret.
Well, again, it stops the clock.
Leung's only first foul of the evening. So
plenty of time.
Ziola gets it up top. Looking for an option to get into the hands of one of her guards. Has Kelly now. Kelly has picks coming from both ways. Goes right.
As the clock winds down, Baruch needs to stop.
Ooh, Bogle almost threw it away. As Baccarella threw it off Lopez's head. I think she lost the ball as she was going up with it.
Well, that's
now it's Castillo the other way. Castillo, her pass was tipped away by Roberto.
David,
Ziola will slow things down.
I don't know why Castillo didn't continue on to the basket. I don't.
Now Edwards has it. Baccarella all over her. Hounding defense. Edwards into the lane. Offensive foul as Edwards goes right into the chest of McCray.
David, there's still plenty of time. 1:09, down 6.
See Edwards also getting frustrated. That was her 3rd foul. Down 6, like you said, Joe. 1:09 remaining here in the ball game.
Well, a 3 would be great, David, but a 2 would be big and get right back on D.
So that's Bogle out on Castillo. Castillo takes some contact from Kelly. No whistle. Gives it off to Leung here on the near side. Baruch have to work. Leung into the lane. Her shot blocked by Edwards.
David, that was a foul, David. There's a lot of body contact on that. Listen, Alyssa got pushed.
So it's going to be the 4th team foul there on Baccarella you have to foul at this point, right, Joe?
Yeah. Well, I have to say that again. Alyssa Leung needed to be at the line for 2. That was one of the harder fouls tonight that just occurred.
So Baruch trailed by 6. It's John Jay's ball. 42.5 remaining here in the ballgame. Baruch trying to keep their 3-game winning streak, which would be a 4-game winning streak, alive. And their undefeated record here at the Arc Arena. Don't forget, if we have 2nd game following this at 7:30 between John Jay and Baruch, it is the men's game. And Baruch also trying to stay perfect here in the conference on the men's side as well.
It took John Jay a little while to get going tonight, David, but they got going. And they've continued on here and been in the lead for basically 3.5 quarters.
both teams will break the huddle. It'll be McCray, Lopez, Baccarello, Leung, and Castillo for the Bearcats. And for the Bloodhounds, it is Bogle, Ziola, Roberto, Edwards, and Kelly, excuse me.
So the Lady Bearcats, David, need a steal or a turnover. They can't let too much clock go off.
A nice hustle play there by Castillo, and Coach Day arguing with the referee as she, I think, wanted a full timeout. Sorry, I don't think I have the whole story, but I think what Coach Day for the Bloodhounds wanted was either a full, and they gave her a 30-second, or vice versa.
Oh.
So they'll take another timeout here with 41.9, excuse me, still leading by 6 as Baruch swarming with the full court press on that last inbounds for John Jay.
Yeah, Baruch needs a turnover or steal.
And I think this is what Coach Day wanted. They wanted the ball in the front court instead of continue to stay in the back court, which almost led to a John Jay turnover.
Uh-huh.
So inbound to Kelly on the far side. She's quickly fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, we can't say enough that these are huge foul shots.
And not the person you want at the line. Kelly shooting 86% from the free throw line.
Just making it harder on the Lady Bearcats.
And knocks her down the first. And can't hit the second, but Bogle on the offensive rebound. And it's going to be Kelly again to go to the line to shoot 2. And Joe, that may just close it out.
Well, David, if there has been a problem for Baruch tonight, forget Kelly, forget Anderson, forget Holland. It has been Bogle that has just been there at the right time for the Bloodhounds.
And so it's a 9-point game now. Castillo is going to pull a 3. Shot no good off back rim. Baccarello able to get the rebound and put it in. It's going to be a timeout for Coach Petrozos with 25 seconds left. A nice play there by Baccarello on the miss, but it may be not enough time to get back into this one, Joe.
If there's been a bright spot from tonight's game, it's been the contribution of Baccarello offensively, David. We haven't seen this in her career. So it's something to keep note of as we move forward.
Trail 65-58, and it's been a back and forth second half here. But yeah, it's just been a few plays here and there for the Bloodhounds to just keep them ahead here in the second half.
Bogle's doing her thing. Kelly has been doing her thing. Ziola.
So it's going to be a 30-second timeout as Coach Day wants the ball in the front court with 25.3 left.
Kelly definitely won tonight's battle between Castillo, setting up a big rematch when they play again.
Yeah, Kelly having a monster game, but averages over 18 points a game, so you kind of expected it from her here for the Bloodhounds.
Well, you know, rivalries, both the team and players, is great, David. Great drama. And everybody's coming to get Castillo. Castillo's going to get your best shot, being the star that she is.
So both teams break the huddles with their same lineups that they went into the huddles with. And with 25.3 left, it'll be John Jay to inbound. Roberto specifically on the far side. Now it's Edwards. She's quickly fouled and by Leung, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Edwards only Edwards an impressive 75% free throw shooter from the line.
David, the Bloodhounds just kind of took care of business throughout quarters 2, 3, and 4. And the Lady Bearcats did not. That's kind of the story tonight. The Bloodhounds did what they had to do.
That'll be Castillo on the rebound as Edwards 1 of 2 from the line. Correction, 0 of 2 from the line. And that's going to send Castillo to the line to shoot 2. And good on the first. Castillo 68.5% free throw shooter on the season. And knocks them both down. So John Jay's going to call timeout.
David, it's not over. 20.3. Baruch, if they could get a steal or turnover, quick basket, stop the clock. It's only 5. It's only 5.
Yeah, 20.3 left, Joe, and it really, you got to make sure you get the ball into the proper person's hands right here. I would think you would want it in Ziola's hands, 62% from the free throw line, or try to get it into Vogel's hands, who only shoots 44%.
Right.
Even though he's had her minimal success here tonight from the line, overall, you got to play the numbers.
I don't want Vogel to get the ball because it's been her night, David. I don't want her anywhere near the basket.
So it's going to be Lopez, Castillo, McCray, Baccarella, and Leung for the Bearcats, with Leung and Castillo playing every minute of action tonight, Joe. And you got to wonder if those some tired legs.
Well, you know, they look okay, David. I think they're a bit frustrated that offensively they weren't themselves.
Oh, they're going to say it went off Castillo last. Joe, I think we both had the same reaction. Did that touch Kelly on the way through? The refs are going to say no, and it's going to be side out for the Bloodhounds.
That would have been a great steal with not a lot of time off the clock.
Inbound to Edwards. She's quickly fouled. Only a second and a half comes off the clock there.
Okay, well, we need a miss here.
Like we said, Edwards a 75% free throw shooter.
Plenty of time. 18 seconds is an eternity.
And Edwards off on the first. Joe, it's getting interesting down the stretch.
Well, if Baruch gets the rebound here.
And 1 of 2, it's a 6-point game.
Castillo's got to go.
And you got to put it up quicker. Lopez shot no good. Roberto gets the rebound. She's fouled with 6.7 seconds remaining. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I think Castillo should have just gone herself, David, because it took too much time to get the ball to Lopez. It took like 12 seconds.
I mean, well, not even that. And then Lopez drove, right? So even if you get Lopez the ball quickly,
yeah,
she's going to have to pull.
There's no time left.
And Roberto good on the first. Strong free throw shooter is Hannah Roberto at 78% from the charity stripe. And good on the second. So,
yeah, Baruch just ran out of time, David.
Castillo pulls on the 3. Shot no good. Kelly on the rebound. And that will do it. Baruch fall here in the opening of our doubleheader. 68-60. And too much Kelly, too much Edwards, and really some unforced errors from the Bearcats led to the L tonight.
Well, too much Bogle, too much Anderson. Again, a lot of weapons for John Jay tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you were a big fan of Edwards throughout the game, playing as the point guard, and then Kelly did what she does and then put the ball into the bottom of the basket.
Yeah. So Baruch couldn't withstand the multiple, performances by John Jay. Credit John Jay. David, it took them a tough first quarter to get going, but then they really came out and they put the pressure on Baruch all night. Alyssa Leung did not have a great shooting night, and Castillo hesitated a lot. Brianna Lopez tried, but let's give a shout out to Angela Baccarella for a great offensive contribution tonight. And I think that's got to be the positive for the Lady Bearcats.
She had 12 points, 6 rebounds on 6 of 12 shooting. Mia Castillo led the way for the Bearcats, 28 points, 10 boards on an impressive 9 of 20 shooting, included 5 of 10. Joe, you know, we've spoken about it in games past. Mia Castillo has to find her rhythm. She did so here in the early going tonight.
Yeah. But again, what happened is that John Jay just had a good night and won the various matchups within the game, David, and held on at the end. Listen, Baruch had a great shot to come back, but John Jay making foul shots from Roberto and held on. But we're going to see them again, David, and Baruch's going to get a chance to even this matchup out.
So this ends the Bearcats' 2-game winning streak. They'll now go on the road for back-to-back games on Friday, January 12th. They're at Medgar Evers, and Wednesday, January 17th at York College before coming back here on the 20th to play against Lehman, Joe. And the best medicine for a loss is quickly getting back out there and playing again.
Hey, this time of year, short memory, and go back. Keep doing what you do. They have a great coaching staff, and they have Baruch has got great players. So put this one in the books. Come away, like I said, please, Baruch Nation. Shout out to Angela Baccarella, who now is added to her contribution, and that could only bode well for the Lady Bearcats going forward.
And they'll have an opportunity to avenge this loss. January 30th, they'll travel to John Jay for the return matchup. Once again, your final score here in the opening game of our doubleheader, John Jay 68, Baruch 60. We'll step aside as we got warm-ups underway for the men's game. We'll be back in 15 minutes to preview that action. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.